Hi Shiva.
Hi Anaya, welcome back to Trending Astro. We did an exciting video. The response was awesome from our channel participants.
I'm glad.
Many
I'm glad.
people posted their compliments, and that time actually we could not complete all the
Mm-hmm.
stars. I think we passed till Aslesha. I
Mm-hmm.
think from Aslesha we have to begin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What we do is we do half an hour length video.
We'll do
Uh,
it we will make it a little shorter, and
yeah.
you're gonna, as usual, you're going to introduce the nakshatra, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the remedy. So yeah.
Yeah, let us start with Aslesha, one of the interesting stars.
Mm-hmm.
So the Aslesha, all the padas, they fall under Cancer sign, watery sign, and
Mm-hmm.
it's known as one of the violent nakshatras. So if you see the nakshatra cycle, so actually the total, even though the total nakshatras are 27, technically they are kind of nine nakshatras.
Hmm.
Because if you consider Aswini, Makha, Mula as one nakshatra ruled by
Hmm.
Ketu,
Mm-hmm.
as per the planet lordships, there are actually nine nakshatras. So
Hmm.
Aslesha being the ninth nakshatra, so this is where the nakshatra cycle, the first cycle of nakshatra, it actually winds up. So
Hmm.
Aslesha is the symbol of Aslesha is coiled snake.
Hmm.
Snake, because it is ruled by Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
So these people, they have a lot of intelligence, intellect, insights,
Mm-hmm.
analytical powers, and they wait for opportunity. Snake is a kind of a creature on this universe. Um, People actually is scared of snakes, but if you don't disturb them, you don't need to worry about snakes. Okay,
Snake
so
can give poison. Snake can also take out the poison.
yeah, if you disturb a snake, then
Hmm.
you need to see that dreadful thing. But this is the nature of Aslesha people. So they are calm, and they wait for their opportunities, and they know how to encash their time and opportunities. But somebody comes in their way and disturbs them, that's it.
Oof. Yeah.
They don't need them.
Hmm.
Because
Ashlesh.
yeah,
Hmm.
snake is known for this kind of revenge, fire, fury, you know
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Very vindictive. Our Ashlesha people are very vindictive. They're also very clingy. Once they have eyes on something, they're gonna be clingy. They're like, oh, I have to get that. Whether that's a job, whether that's some goal.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
Ashlesha people are very clingy in general, and they're very focused on, and they're prone to a lot of addictions. It could be
Yeah.
work addiction, it could be bad addictions, it could be good addiction. And the Ashlesha Nakshatra, people under Ashlesha Nakshatra, for example, I'm going to give example of my dad. My dad has Ashlesha, like 10th Lord in 10th house in Ashlesha. My
Mhm.
dad always have this different thoughts and ideas about how to, like how to get started a business using like like how can we use snake poison, or like the snake thing to make medicines. Like my dad
Oh.
always had those sort of business ideas. Then when I looked into his chart, I figured that he has a shlesha. So yeah, that's how it's related.
Yeah, another trait I observed. Usually, I see the combination of nakshatras. Okay, like
Hmm.
when people partner, either marital partner or business partner or friends. Aslesha is ruled by male cat, and this Shravana is ruled by female cat.
Hmm.
So the combination is the best combination to really screw up the enemies. If Aslesha person teams up with Shravana, that's it.
I have to
They
find a
just
Shravana person for myself. Yeah, Ashlesha is very vindictive, like, and also ruled by Mercury. Ashlesha, Jeshta, and Revati. Mercury ruled stars. They have profound wisdom. They're like wisdoms are like something they don't even realize. Maybe comes on with later in life and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, it's just divine knowledge. So that's Ashlesha.
So, what
And
are the remedies that that you suggest for Aslesha?
okay, so the Ashlesha remedies are like very simple. First of all, Aslesha people, the people who have prominent Aslesha, this is like a very obvious remedy. Like um, people with prominent Aslesha, if they get cats as pet, like cat, it
Okay.
helps them. It helps cleanse their aura, any negativity, any, like pets usually do that. But for Aslesha people, cats are very important.
Mhm.
So, how pet animals, they come to the owner and they kind of rub their body. They're actually not rubbing their body to play with the owner or something like that. They cleanse the aura, the negative energy that comes through this nakshatra. One thing. Second thing, Aslesha people must always wear real gems, okay? Like
Mhm.
real stones, not
Pure,
like
pure
fake
gems,
stones.
in the same.
Yeah, so because they are able to what do you call it? They're the ones who can actually make these gems effective. These gems will be able to work on them more effectively. Second of all. Third of all, Aslesha people must
Mhm.
take like this cleansing bath with oil, with essential oil, sage, lavender. There are different essential herbal oils. This
Mhm.
helps Aslesha people. This
Mhm.
actually, and the most important is like praising the snake. Aslesha people, please do not, if at any point you people come to a point where you're confronting a snake and you're like, no, I have to save my life, please don't kill it. It will
Mhm.
cause you more trouble later on in life if you
Mhm.
kill a
Actually,
snake.
actually, I have seen in some charts. I tell you some interesting facts. Okay,
Hmm.
people who have their ascendant lord in Aslesha,
Hmm.
eighth lord in Aslesha, seventh lord in Aslesha,
Hmm.
they are their partners. Okay,
Hmm.
definitely might have experienced snake bites.
Yeah.
And I actually noticed this pattern in many charts. I had asked a few people, like whoever had this combination. So I inquired them, and they were kind of shocked or surprised. Yes, my father had snake bite. My mother had snake bite. Both are
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, so it's like that. So my daddy, she once killed a snake, right? And my
Mhm,
mom, she got a snake bite. Her half of her body was like filled with poison. It took hours to take it out. It was
mhm,
like long back. So things related to that sort of thing happens. So please
mhm,
stay away from. If you don't want to deal with snakes, stay away from snakes. Don't hurt snakes. Ashlesha
mhm.
people. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
yeah, yeah.
That and people who has prominent Aslesha, or like the fourth lord or Venus in the sign of Aslesha, should
Mhm,
get vehicles, you know, uh,
mhm,
that starts with the nakshatra sound. It could be the Aslesha nakshatra sound is like D do de do,
mhm,
right?
mhm. Yeah.
If you do that, it will help you. It's like it's like the planetary alignment happens with your vehicle,
Mhm.
and then it's good
So,
for you.
so, so the vibration of these sounds actually they protect them.
Yeah, so this is recommended for Ashlesha people to
Hmm.
do that. So
Hmm.
yeah, very basic remedies, and like never use fake jewelries, fake gems. That's
Hmm.
very important. And
Hmm.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hmm.
And
Good.
Ashlesha is a very mysterious star, and a lot of mysteries. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's it. So next comes
Next is the crown.
Magha.
Yeah.
Magha. Magha is a very interesting star. Shiva, give an introduction.
Yeah. So I was telling in my earlier video because I
Hmm.
have seen many Makha people. Okay.
Hmm.
If you give them respect, if you kind
They
of
will give you the
flatter,
world.
yeah, just you need to flatter Makha people.
Yeah, yeah.
They,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, totally.
yeah,
Totally.
I told this to many people. Okay, as long as you give them a respect, that's it. They do everything,
Hmm.
and they
What is
possess
Magha? Is the royal throne? Is the
yeah,
Palanquin? It's like
Yeah.
the banyan tree, like it's the grand, it represents some grandness. So
Mhm.
yeah, it requires that sort of approach or behavior attitude from the other end, and then they give the world, because it falls in the sign of Leo, and Leo people are generally very big hearted, and Magha
Yeah.
amplifies it.
Yeah, because it's a regal sign, they actually exhibit, actually not only exhibit, they
Hmm.
like that, being, royal, kind of
Hmm.
treated like, they maintain self-esteem, self-respect.
Hmm.
um, the specialty about this star is, this is a unique star, Makha is, because the divine deity is Pitru Devatas, the ancestors.
Pitris, yeah.
So I think, I'm sure you are going to, give this as a remedy. So if they praise their ancestors, that's it. That's
Yeah,
your.
that because first of all, our intention, we're doing something just for the sake of remedy. Listen, viewers, it's never ever gonna work. If you're just doing something for the sake of doing it, it's not gonna work. You have to fix your mindset. You have to genuinely feel appreciated for the ancestors. You cannot just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah. So
um
basically, you need to have that belief system. Okay, you need to
that belief
believe.
system, that
And,
respect,
and
yeah.
another thing I have seen, in many patterns. Um, so people actually, uh, after death only they become Pitur Devatas.
Hmm.
Okay. So I have seen, when people, when they were alive,
Hmm.
they strive a lot to protect their belongings that belong to, Makha.
Hmm.
Could be, their siblings, their children,
They're
and
overprotective.
to
Hmm.
protect them. The intent of their passing away was to protect them,
Hmm. Hmm.
because
Yeah.
after they pass away, they become more powerful. They become Pitru Devatas.
Hmm.
I've seen
Yeah.
this pattern now.
Definitely, definitely. So remembering the ancestors and like being grateful that I'm grateful for that. That's first and foremost very important. Second of all, whoever has bad Magha placement in their chart,
Hmm.
go donate to the people at the old homage, the old people.
Hmm.
Donate them with your hands, spend time with them. You
Hmm.
have to, like, you're just don't donate just for the sake of donating. It's not going to work. Donate,
Hmm.
talk to them, spend time with them. It's one of the best remedies for Magha Nakshatra. And this is, I'll also say, this is also a remedy for Saturn,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
whoever needs to
Feeding
fix
people.
Saturn,
Yeah.
because Saturn is old people.
Yes. Yes.
And another remedy for Magha is, so Magha, basically, if someone has a very prominent placement of Magha in their that's related to 10th house, you know.
Hmm.
So if you want to boost your career, get get a chair. Just get a chair that is, like, that has a backrest
Like
higher
this.
than your
Like
head.
this.
Head. I was telling
Hmm.
Shiva about this the other day, right? Yeah, yeah. Look.
See, yeah, good thing you mentioned this. Another
Hmm,
remedy,
hmm,
I actually practically experienced this.
hmm,
So what happens when the planet Sun, okay, when he moves to this Uttar Falguni star? So here in India, what happens is there is a paksha called Pitru Paksha,
hmm,
that is called. It has got some, a lot of significance for Pitru Devata.
hmm.
We call it as Malay Paksh.
Malay Paksh. Hmm,
Yeah. So especially when Sun transits this Uttar Falguni, so this
hmm,
Malay happens. So
hmm,
Sun is basically, the sign lord of Leo.
hmm,
So that's how, the Maka's ruler is Sun with respect to the sign lord. So
hmm.
during this Malay time, if they do some charity, okay, and uh, offer food to, uh, Pitru Devatas, elderly people, then they get a lot of blessings. The Maka people.
Charity in general is something really, it's very good. It gives a lot of blessings to
Hmm.
us, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's just good, you know, for uh, everyone. But
Mm-hmm.
if someone is talking about fixing a Magha Nakshatra issue, this is one of the remedies. Go and spend time with old people. Go
Mm-hmm.
donate. Be like, hey, this is for you. You know, just have that connection.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically, you're like, you know, you're building a connection with your ancestors. Whenever you
Mm-hmm.
get a chance, think of your ancestors, think about them, like, you know, like, thank you, you know, be grateful, be like, thank you, I'm here today for you, something like that, you know, that
Mm-hmm.
gratefulness, it's very important. And
Mm-hmm.
the chair remedy, it is effective, trust me. Get a
Mm-hmm.
chair that's higher than your, you know, like a chair with a headrest, sorry, a backrest that's higher than your head,
Head.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what that does is it will boost your career. It will boost your
Mm-hmm.
career. Um, if you have to fix, if you have to fix your family issues, it was like your relationship with your spouse or something like that, because due to some Magha Nakshatra placement in your chart, um, get a bed with, you know, like those grand
Mm-hmm.
backrest or headrest. Get
Mm-hmm.
it, because what it does is it provokes, it triggers the Magha Nakshatra to get
Mm-hmm.
activated. It's weird, I know, but there is like some sort of energetic vibration that aligns and that triggers it, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
what it does is it triggers it, and it helps with the star, you know, the Magha Nakshatra in that particular placement. So
Yeah.
Magha is all about grandness, royalty. So in order to trigger that, things like that, like remedies like this, need to, you know, get
Mm-hmm.
carried out. So it will
Mm-hmm.
work. It will work.
Yeah, that's great. Great to know. Now the Pura Falguni.
Okay.
So Pura Falguni is rejoice, creation,
Mm-hmm.
and compassion. So
Hmm.
um,
It's all about party.
yeah. So the divine deity for this star is Bhaga.
Bhaga. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, these people are known for celebration. It's a kind of a early
Hmm.
celebration in
Mm-hmm.
contrast to Uttara Falguni.
Hmm.
So,
So basically, okay, so for Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni, I'm gonna give you like, they don't have much remedies, but the remedies I'm gonna give you, they're very simple and it works. It actually worked. The Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni remedies actually worked on
mhm,
certain people. That I have, like, you know, I suggested them to do so, and they did. It worked. It actually did work. So you have to make sure. Okay, so what is okay? I'll talk about both of these together since they are
mhm,
related. Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni. What is Purva Falguni? Purva Falguni is the front part, the front legs of a bed, right? And Uttara Falguni is the back part of the bed. So they
mhm,
Uttara and Purva, they are the support system of the, suppose, a bed, a palm queen,
mhm,
whatever. Um, so the most important and the most, like, you know, most effective remedy for this, both of this nakshatra, is like, you have to make sure that your bed is in the most perfect form, like the bed you sleep on, it has to, you know, it has to be it has to be strong, like it cannot be like all, you know, like wobbly.
strong and
You
royal
know,
kind
there
of.
are some beds, they're wobbly, kind of like, you know, moves around, stuff like that. And there are some beds where, you know, the insects, the different fleas, or I don't know, like, you know, the insects, the ood,
Mhm,
they eat away the ood, like the wood,
mhm.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's, like, you know, check for those things. You have to make sure
Mhm,
that your bed is in the most perfect condition if you have prominent Uttara Falguni and Purva Falguni nakshatra, because that, what that will do is, like, that will just suddenly change your life. If you fix your bed, or if you make sure your bed is in the perfect form, it will
mhm,
just take your life to the next level. Like, it will just change, something will just change for the good, and it will be a sudden transformation. It's very important, for bed is very important for Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni people. It's very
mhm.
important. I don't know how they connect to, how they relate to. When you change your bedding system, how this thing aligns with the cosmic energy, and it, you know, it gives you that support to move forward in that particular area.
There is definitely some underlying meaning when they mention it as a bed, because
Hmm.
bed is the one, that gives you relaxation, comfort.
Hmm.
That's when people usually relax and be happy and at peace. I There is one story, whether you know or not, I would like to tell you
Hmm.
this one thing. Arjuna,
Yes.
Arjuna in
Mm-hmm.
Mahabharata.
Mm-hmm.
His another name is Falguna. Okay,
Halguna, okay.
so he was born in the intersection of Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni.
Hmm.
So this Lord, Vishnu or Krishna,
Mm-hmm.
they actually um, made this, that Arjuna born in the medium point of Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni.
Hmm.
So there could be many reasons, because Purva Falguni is ruled by the divine deities Bhaga, and Uttara Falguni the divine deities Aryaman. Okay,
Hmm.
and this is early victory, and that is later victory. This is front legs of cart and back legs of cart.
Hmm.
So maybe Mahavishnu, he wants Arjuna to be uh, you know unchallengeable,
Hmm.
conqueror,
Hmm.
unchallengeable victory.
Hmm. Hmm. Like
So that's why,
undefeatable, basically. Yeah.
yeah. So that's
Hmm.
why he made him, born in this nakshatra. That's why he is also called as Falguna. So
Hmm.
because he born between Pura Falguni and Uttara Falguni.
Hmm. Okay, so I think the connection with this and our life would probably be, um our mind is responsible for what is happening right around us, like our subconscious mind, how our mind is working at what frequency. So I think, like Purva Falguni and Uttara Falguni, bed is the place where we sleep, where we rest, and a
Mhm.
lot of regeneration of our mind, subconscious mind, our
Mhm.
self, a lot of
Mhm.
things go on when we are sleeping. I think, like, uh, having a bed that is good enough, to trigger those sort of high vibrational frequencies within us, that triggers it, and our mind starts working at a higher frequency, and what happens in turn, that we start doing good in life. Okay, it's
Mhm.
just not the nakshatra, it's all in your the unit. They're just saying the universe is inside you.
Mhm.
You are connected to the nakshatras, like that. It's just a resonant frequency. If any one of you have studied physics, it's like it's a resonant frequency.
Mhm.
Like your what do you call it? So when you throw a stone into a pool, what happens? There's an effect, right? When you throw
Mhm.
the stone, there's an effect, right?
Yeah,
There
if
are
you repel.
certain frequencies that align. So it's similar. It's like the frequencies, that's whatever's happening in the universe, in our solar system, it connects to us that way.
Yeah.
So there is a science behind that, anyways. But yeah, this is the best remedy. Get a bed. For people with prominent Magha, Purva Falguni, and Uttara Falguni nakshatras, just get a good, I don't know, royal bed.
Mhm.
It will just help, in all
Yeah.
areas.
So now let's move to Hasta.
Okay, yeah.
Hasta is also one of the stars which is ruled by one of the.
Mm-hmm. Shiv, let's see. I think your audio got muted. Your audio got muted.
These Hasta people,
Hmm.
if you give them any task or any activity, a goal, so they are known for successfully completing and put it back into the heart, the hands.
Very
The result of,
organized. Hmm.
yeah,
Ask them, very
that is
organized.
about this thing about Hasta. So they are very clever, very intelligent, I have seen this pattern actually. They always do work in shortcuts. You know,
Hmm.
the people they always follow shortcuts to
Hmm.
do anything. And another thing is Hasta is also ruled by this Savita, one of the 12 Adityas.
Hmm.
The Savita energy actually affects them, actually help them, to be successful.
Hmm. So
Now,
Hasta people are usually, they're the ones who if they have like prominent Hasta Nakshatra in that's related to their career, house of career, they would be doing profession that where they have to use their hands a lot, like
hmm
Hasta.
yeah,
Yeah, so it could be a Reiki healer, it could be mechanic, it depends on other placements too.
even if you come to the programmers, so they have to do with
They
keyboard.
have to, yeah, they have prominent Hastas,
Yeah.
so things like that. Hasta remedy, there's only one perfect remedy that definitely works, and that is
hmm
getting hand massage. You know,
hmm
I know it's like not possible always to get hold of people. In China, in the Chinese culture, how they activate different points,
hmm
different pressure points, right?
Ah,
It's good for all in general, but Hasta people, if they
hmm
get this hand massage like every once a month or like twice a month, I don't know, it's
hmm
very very beneficial for them. It just
hmm
somehow, like it's like a driving force for
hmm
that area in their life where Hasta is ruling. Basically, it
So
really helps.
another important remedy in my one of my videos I mentioned when I was doing Hasta video. So Hasta is ruled by this divine deity Savita. Savita we call as the Shakti of Gayatri, the power of Gayatri,
Hmm.
the goddess Gayatri.
Hmm.
So like some people in some communities in India in the Hindu system, their main goddess is Gayatri. So
Hmm.
these people, Hasta people, if they have that system, okay, that culture in their family, if they worship Gayatri, that's it.
Yeah,
They'll be
like
they'll be
worshiping any of the deities that are connected to the nakshatra, the following nakshatras, it
yes.
definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
And if you talk about like the material that's given, that the
Mm-hmm.
deity
Mm-hmm.
who are connected to certain nakshatras, if we worship them, it's good for us. And like if you're talking about like the practical remedy, I would just say, if you
Hand
can
massage.
get a
Mm-hmm.
hand massage, which will activate your pressure points. It's
Mm-hmm.
connected,
Mm-hmm.
like it's connected to Hasta, definitely, because Hasta is hand, like the feast, right? So it triggers and it boosts your that area of life in general, which
Interesting.
Hasta controls in your chart. So yeah, that's all Hasta is about.
So
Yeah.
will be another video.
All right,
Okay.
sure. All right.
And thank you very much.
Thank you
You know,
so much,
coming back
Shiva.
to our channel and you're doing this again one valuable
No
video.
problem, no problem. I'm
Very
glad I could help. Thank you
thank
so
you guys.
much.
If you like the video, please click on like button and post your comments. That actually boosts even Inaya also. So Inaya is very happy to help us with her knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you so much, viewers, for watching. And please consult Shiva for any sort of, like consultation appointment. He's an amazing astrologer. I mean, like,
Yeah, they're
you
concerned.
wouldn't believe, you guys wouldn't believe unless you just, try him out. He knows crazy stuff. Okay. It's just advice. All right. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you,
And
thank you, Inaya.
thank you. Bye.
We'll meet again. Bye.